Thank you for tuning in to Miss Tracy and Clarity today. Do you have a hard time forgiving or forgetting? I know this is harder for people that are family oriented. And don't take me wrong, yet this is just how Miss Tracy is built. I understand the enemy has and will use relatives. You hear people say, that's nothing like family. You can't divorce your family. Yes, you can. If your family thrives and truly gets along, hey, Godspeed. This message is not for you. Yet some of us have lived real and raw lives. All family don't get along. Never have and never will. When I was younger, I had a sense of family. I did. I had my grandmother, Daiselle. I didn't have my paternal grandmother. Every time I called, she picked up the phone. No shade on her at all. Lord rest her soul. But I wasn't close to her like I was my maternal grandmother because my dad and I were estranged. I had uncles and aunts. I had cousins, mostly boys. I experienced my sense of family on my mother's side. I don't know my daddy's side like that. I have grown nieces and nephews that I've never seen. I have half brothers and sisters that I don't interact with. I met some and some I haven't. My dad act like a deer in headlights if we cross each other's paths. It's his responsibility to keep those dots connected. Hell, he created us, But moving forward, when I hit adulthood, the blinders came all the way off, so to speak. I started seeing the true colors of certain relatives, and I didn't like the way they moved at all. I didn't want my kids to experience fake love, so I stayed in my respective corner, if you will. Family is supposed to be genuine and loving, supportive. I felt love and I felt hate. I've learned and seen enough to where everybody can stay where they're at. For the ones I never met or knew, hey, I done went 46 years without them. We can do 46 more. No love lost. The charges have flew all over the board. The fingers have pointed every which way but up. If you honestly want to walk this walk right with God, you might have to have that Abraham and Lot moment. You go your way and I'll go mine. It happens, dear heart. It's life. To embrace heaven, yes, you'll have to forgive without that apology. Yet, never forget. Why? I like how Maya Angelou says it. Believe people when they show you who they are the first time. They just shouldn't have went there in the first place. This hasn't failed me yet. Sometimes a snake come back to turn into a bigger snake. It is what it is. Keep playing with it if you want to. Try to work it out if you can. Hey, as for me, I'm straight. You can start over in God. My grandmother and mother used to nurture these spider plants. They both had that green thumb. I got to develop mine. The thing about the spider plant, though, is it grew sproutlets of its own. You could take one of the sproutlets and replant it and do it all over again. I'm on this family tree. I understand my family history and roots. And I thank God for that. I do believe people need that to understand themselves, have that sense of identity. Yet it wasn't meant for me to stay on a tree. What's that verse where God says he put the solitaire in the family? Sometimes, we got to come through this thing, but he ain't mean for us to stay attached to the family, There's a time of separation, unfortunately. Yeah, it is what it is, and you take that to God. But anywho, I haven't been to a real family reunion since I was probably around 8. And I refuse to introduce my kids to a false facade. Sometimes you just have to draw your line in the sand and let God be God. I forgive people because people will be people. The flesh is ugly. We don't have control. We do, but then we don't. You know what I mean? Including yours truly, as long as we're in this flesh, we are prone to F up at any given date and time. Yet, that's why we submit ourselves to God so he can keep us in check, so to speak. But I forgive people, even relatives. Yet don't be foolish and forget. Most times, if they did it once, they will do it again. So you do what God is putting in your heart. Some things need a discussion. And some things just need to be disconnected. You know, if you can work it out and actually reach common ground, you know what I'm saying, and let the past be the past and move on as a family, hey, that's great. I mean, because I've seen it done, you know. Sisters mend the fences, brothers mend the fences, mother, daughter, whatever the dynamic is. You know, I've seen families work it out, and it's a great thing. I've seen some beautiful families. I've been introduced to some beautiful families. You know, I don't know what it is, but my significant others have always had married parents. Every last one of them, their mother and father was married. I was brought up in a single parent household, but I've met some beautiful souls. You know, don't get it twisted. I don't hate family. I mean, if you can work it out, great. But I am aware that all family ain't good family. Mothers hurt daughters, daughters hurt mothers, and sisters hurt sisters, and brother hurt brothers. You dig? So I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I just let God prompt my heart. If he want me to talk to a certain person or work something out, hey, let's go. But if he ain't putting it on my heart, he like, nah, I'll stay over there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay in my corner. I'm gonna do what I do and take care of the little family he gave me. Because I do have a little tribe of my own. I have 4. But anywho, got a little grandchild walking around here, for God's sake, with her little 4-year-old self. Let me get back to my topic. But anywho, whatever, okay? Whatever tries to weigh you down, discern what God really wants you to do about it, and pray about it, and move accordingly. Sound good? I hope so. If you have any comments about today's episode, you can contact me at uniquelyt77@gmail.com. That's UNIQUELYTEE77@gmail.com. Godspeed.